It was just getting into 1988, and I'm flying into Perth, Australia, on the eastern side of the Indian Ocean. And as I land into Perth, I meet my comrade, my friend, my geologist buddy that I'm going to be working with, Jeff Wode. We work for this enormous gold mining company in Australia. And I've been sent down under to help him figure out some gold deposits. Well, we immediately pack into his truck and we drive east of Perth to a small town called Narrabeen. Well, this is my first time in Australia, so what I want to see is some kangaroos, right? And I look at Jeff's truck, and he's got these big roll bars, these big rolled steel bars in front of the grill, and one of them goes higher than the hood, and the other one's all the way down to below the bumper. He calls them rhubars. He says Australians don't stop for kangaroos, they just bump them off the bars. Well, it's a 3.5-hour drive east from Perth to the town of Narrabeen. And if you keep going east, or if you start going north, the land dries out. And it gets drier and drier, and pretty soon you're out back. Now, our little gold property in Narrabeen is west of the Mecca, west of the golden city of Oz, Kalgoorlie. Lots of gold has come out of this place, and Jeff has this dream of finding a new city of gold. But today, we're out standing in our field. Well, we're working in this farmhouse on the property, and it's you know, kind of abandoned, and the sheep lived in it when it was raining and this kind of thing, so it's got that nice farm aroma, and it's inhabited by millions of mice. And Jeff says this is a good thing, because if you've got lots of mice, it means you don't have any snakes. Well, I have a desk in there, and a big stack of the drill logs and the geologic notes that I've been accumulating over my first couple of weeks working out in the paddock. And so one morning I'm sitting there working, and I noticed that the stack of paper is moving a little bit here, you know, and I'm thinking, it's got to be the mice, and they're going to eat all my paperwork, and I hate it. And so I start lifting up the pieces of paper, and it's not a mouse. This spiny leg sticks out, and then another, and then another. This is a spider. This thing is huge. It's 12 inches across, and it's inhabiting my paperwork here. First thing I do, of course, is I grab my insect and scary critters down under identification book, and I'm starting to thumb through this thing, and I'm looking at this thing, and I hear Jeff over there, Kuhns, what are you doing with that spider? Jeff, this is a huge one. I mean, this thing is it's like 12 inches across. I'm keying it down, and he says, Kuhns, leave the spider alone. And I said, Jeff, this thing is, oh, I got it, it's a huntsman. This is huge, it's under my drill logs. He said, Kuhns, that thing is deadly dangerous, and it jumps. And I go, what? So this thing jumps, and he goes, no, Cobber, but you sure can. Now that's deadly. And I look up, and he says, well, that up there, now that's your average everyday redback spider. You know, the females, boy, fancy that. And they'll get your neurotransmitters and put you down just like that. So, and he rolls up a magazine, take care of this one, and he whacks it on the wall. We have this kind of insect art all over the walls of this place. Now, one of the enemies of the huntsman spider is the spider wasp. If you can imagine a whole fleet of Huey helicopters coming in, and the spiders are like tanks, and one of the Hueys will zero in on one of the spiders, and the spider rears up, and this thing is 12 inches across. It's huge, and the wasp comes in, and it flies around, and eventually it stings it, stuns the spider, rolls it over, and lays one egg in its belly. The larva hatches and eats its way out of the still living, stunned spider. I'm thinking, you know, okay, if you need a sci-fi plot, just go down under. I mean, maybe something where something comes out of your stomach, you know?